Boom! Yeah, puppies! It's episode 68 and welcome back to Curiosity, because today, well, I would say it's a big one, but that was the last episode was a big one, because today it's going to be such a big one, because you know what we're going to do, one, chuck this treasure box into lava. No, we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is get something out of it. And we're also going to get something out of the something we get out of it. Last episode was massive, huge episode. We took down Minecraft's second boss. Oops, keep forgetting that I changed my drop key. Second boss is dead. And this is all that remains. But, big deal, it's a big deal today, guys. Today, we're going to be utilizing this glorious nether star. All hail the nether star! All hail it now! Anyway. Basically, today we're going to be working with a cool and amazing block called a beacon. I have the crafting recipe right there. Today we're going to be working, yep, and that's the guy. With this guy. I'd say, second most expensive block in the game, actually. I'd still think that one block's more expensive. Snoozing. Wow, it's dark in here. I still have my brightness down at moody. Beacon. Beacon, all hail the beacon! Okay, so basically, I'm considering, and I just want to say this right now, or maybe not, I'll say it afterwards, but I'm considering having a beacon coming straight up through here. That would be so amazing. That would give me an idea of what to do up there. I think I might do that. Anyway, let's get more beacons at least. Where's the lights? Oh, I built that. What was that? Why is there snow there? So, beacons, beacons, beacons. What the heck is a beacon? Well, a beacon is a block used to give yourself magical status effects. So, also, by the way, ignore this chunk corruption. That means that this is now dark and has very little skylight. It's a glitch. And it's this chunk, yeah. This entire chunk is glitched now. Not good. And also happened out there as well. Just outside the jetty, it's really bad. Anyway. Beacon. Beacons can be used to give yourself magical status effects very easily. And also is the only source in a legit survival world, which is what we're playing in. Very legit. Of how to get certain status effects, something like resistance and haste. Haste, things like that. So, first off, how do you get any powers out of this guy? Well, what am I just going to do? I just want to do this quickly. Puppies, bow before your master, because I will get too real. So, to get... No, I didn't minimize Minecraft. You did! No, I minimized Minecraft. Okay, so... To get any power out of a beacon, you have to put it on a beacon pyramid. Now, this is a beacon square. We're going to call pyramid is kind of a beacon base. So, beacon bases, what are they? Well, they're like... They're platforms, basically, you can think of them as, made out of mineral blocks. That's any mineral blocks. That could be an iron block, that could be a diamond block, a gold block, a netherite block, I think I'm forgetting one, an emerald block. But any mineral block except for coal. You can't make one out of coal, that would be way too cheap. The cheapest is obviously iron. Netherite is almost impossible to get. That would take way too long. So, beacon, beacon, beacon. What you have to do is place the beacon down on one of the beacon base. So this is a beacon base. I do this. Bring home the beacon. Bring home the beacon. And then we can do this and get vaporized. Ah! Anyway, here it is. So, the beacon is now sending out its beacon beam. That beacon beam goes all the way up to the world height limit, which is 256. So, the beacon, now we must have all sorts of magical status effects. There's nothing. I've realized I forgot something. Hang on a second. That's because you actually have to tell the beacon and also give the beacon another offering, so for it to give you any power. So, the beacon. Beacon currently isn't giving us any power. That's because this beacon is charged. We'll say charged. This beacon is charged but not activated. Maybe the other way around. Say that. So, ow. When you right click on it, sorry, it's like smashing. When you right click on a beacon that is charged, you will see, or even not charged, I think, you'll see this UI here. So, very complex, There's a lot of information. So we'll start off right up here with this bit here. It says primary power. Now it seems to have a little, like a couple of emerald blocks, as in a yellow one. And then what this means is if you're using the smallest beacon power, the beacon pyramid, which this is just a 3x3, 9 iron blocks or 9 whatever blocks. You want to use 9 blocks and then a beacon on top. You can get these two powers. You can get speed and haste. Now I think I'd like to go fast. I'd like to go very fast. So I want speed. Still not working. What you have to do now, beacons aren't free. Well, yeah, look at this. This isn't free. What you have to do with beacons is actually give them an offering. So as you can see here, we give it a netherite ingot. That sounds sane. An emerald, that's okay. A diamond, definitely, that sounds so smart. A gold ingot, maybe. The gold isn't that useful much of. An iron, definitely. So what we do is give them one of these things. Just don't give them a netherite ingot. Just don't do that. Just give them an iron ingot or something like that. Or gold, probably not a diamond either. It won't affect anything. So if you use, say, if I was to use netherite for this instead of iron, it wouldn't change anything. It's not like it's going to be cooler the wearer the block. It just look cooler. It won't give you more status effects or anything, more powerful status effects. Same with the offering. So I want speed. So when we select this, give an offering, and press the done button, and we get this. That cool effect. And now look at this. The field of view's panned out a little bit. That's because we have speed. Now you see speed up there, and it also seems to be refreshing. Then you have speed there. Now the fact that it's highlighted with blue is actually very important. It does mean that how fast I'm not seeing much of a difference. A little bit of a difference. It's just speed one anyway. So, a couple of things to talk about now. So now we have speed. So let's go. Then we have speed. So I think we should go off exploring, right? Let's just go running. Just run. Run off exploring right now. We'll run all the way around the base. We'll explore the base back to top speed, which is top speed. Top speed. We're sprinting like mad right now. Right now. What happened is we actually got too far away from the beacon. But we actually got too far away from the beacon ages ago. With the most basic beacon pyramid, only when you're within 10 blocks of the beacon, I think, possibly the beacon or maybe the corner of like the beacon base, will you actually get the status effect. So I don't know status effect. Okay, a little closer. So there we go. So it's about right here, I think, is the cutoff. So that isn't very far. And when you have something like speed this short, I mean, what's the point? And also the duration. So how do we get all the way over there? Because well, further than 10 blocks. So what happens is, when you go further away from the beacon node, it doesn't instantly remove the power. What it does is actually not refresh it. So as you can see, every couple of seconds, it refreshes it to the max, which is actually 11. Weirdly, it only gets up to 10 though. So we can keep running 10 blocks away, and then another 10 seconds after that, 10 or so seconds after that, the power will run out. And that's the case with every power, not just speed 1. So, but if we wanted the effect to go more, or even different effects to be claimed. Now you can actually claim these things without a tool. Which I can't believe I achieved this. And it makes this very sad sounding. And it's going to sound effects eventually. But I'm going to put it on this one. So this is a level 2. So this is a 3x3. This is a 5x5, and then a 3x3 on top. Starting to look more like a pyramid now. There we go. realise. And now we've got this one, we're on the second one. So what we can do is you can select resistance, which means we take less damage, and jump boost, so we jump higher. Now resistance isn't actually obtainable, oh actually no, I want to show jump boost because it's easy to realise. It isn't actually obtainable any other way, I'm pretty sure. So jump boost, let's say we want jump boost. Watch me board about this. That actually looks funny. I'm actually boring you like really hard. So now that we're using this one, as you can see, the duration goes up all the way to 12. I'm so boingy! Haha! I'm a little bunny rabbit. I'm pretty sure that actually used to be a virtual rabbit, which was funny, but now it's just 2 hours. Double jump, we don't have a double jump. Or do we? Elytra star, anyway. So now, the distance it extends away is now 20 blocks, so it's doubled, and it goes all the way up to 13-second duration, according to the, and this is all according to the Minecraft wiki. Some of the things I already knew, but yeah, a lot of it is due to the Minecraft wiki, which is not official, but it's very, yeah, it's not 100% official. It's not made by the developers of Minecraft, but it's made by the entire Minecraft community. So they're not all going to be wrong, right? Yeah, that's what the. Yeah, well, somebody came along and said the wrong thing, and they're like, oh, that one was wrong, that was wrong. Oh, 5 people can't be wrong, 1,000 people can't be wrong, 2 million people can't be wrong, right? But they can be, because they all based it off of one wrong person. So now we can boing all the way to our bed. Actually, let's sleep here, it's close. So eventually, yep, our boinging will run out. We will no longer be able to boing so high. But I want to boing, oh, we can't boing anymore. My boinging is over. Your boinging days are over, ninja! Oh no! Good, I have some slab. Dirt is easy. Easy to what? I have no idea. Oh look, got the power back. Over here must have the power. That's pretty cool. Look, we can boing in the storage room now. I just have to stand in the right place. Shh! The bed is not too far away, I'm just boinging too high. That's the problem. So, if I stand here where I have the size bed, oops, I get 1 block. So normally, 1 block. We can always jump up onto that. 1.5 blocks, boom. But if we didn't have jump boost 1, we wouldn't be able to do this. If you have jump boost 2, we're actually able to jump up onto this. Right now, we can't quite. I think it's like 1.75 blocks we can jump up to. And without jump boost at all, you can jump up to 1.25 blocks. Okay, so let's just boing away back to the beacons. So jump boost can be fun. It's not the most useful thing in the world, so jump boost 2 can be quite useful sometimes. Certainly for making like entrances the mobs can't get into, because the mobs can't jump 2 blocks high, but you can with jump boost 2. So anyway, then I want to undertake the beacon, and you do mine it faster with the pickaxe, I think, maybe not actually. Yeah, I don't think you do. Then we're going to go into the next one. What was that? That might have been due to me mining the beacon. That scared me because the monitor I'm using was having a bit of troubles earlier with the rendering text. The whole thing was glitching out. Anyway, so this is a 7x7 base, then a 5x5 base, then a 3x3. So you can get what you mean, 3x3, then 5 and 3, 7, 5 and 3. Beacon time! Okay, so this thing now. Let's see, whoops. I don't know why that was such a bad thing of standing on the beacon. So now we're here. We have 3 layers and a beacon. So now we get strength. That means we can deal more damage. So that'd be hard for me to show off though. But and we still can select speed. So we could say speed. So I can still select speed. Eventually we'll get it in a second. Yep. And now the speed will just extend with this pyramid. We're 30 blocks away, and we'll have a duration of approximately 15 seconds. Speed! Woohoo! Horse, you've never seen this speed before, have you, horsey? No, you haven't, horsey. Oh, yeah. We can run, ninja. Okay, sorry, I'm just having fun with it. It's having fun, ninja. It must be fun. Okay, so that's pretty good. So, before we go on, I think it's time to talk about more about the beacon pyramids, as I've been saying about beacons. So you can, so if I could make this block a diamond block. You can use any combination of the 5 different mineral blocks. You just have to make sure it fills up, and it cannot be hollow in the middle. You have to fill it all the way in. Like this isn't hollow. This actually has stuff inside. It's all the way filled up. if you want a max level beacon, this is how many you'll need. So we'll talk about max level beacons in a second. Also, so this beacon beam, it's pretty boring. I mean, it's cool just because you know it, just because like we know it's a beacon, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, it's not the coolest thing ever. I wonder if I can get it from here. Yep, we can. That's cool. We can get it all the way over the storage building now. So, what am I here for actually? I'm here for glass. But if I get one of these, and one of these, you can actually. So beacon thingamajig actually on the solar block as well. Maybe I could get some. Yeah, so beacon beams. The beam for it to activate needs to have no blocks above it, no solid blocks above it. So if I was to do this, whoops. Now, interestingly enough, it's still making its little beacon hum. Maybe it's not anymore. No, it's not. If we do this, instantaneously reactivates, and we get the speed effect again. So solid blocks, any solid blocks above it, and that actually does not apply to bedrock. Bedrock, the unbreakable block. So you can use these guys in the nether. You just have to remove all the netherrack up until the bedrock ceiling, and then you'll be able to use your beacon power. But say I wanted to change this boring color. I can actually put a stained glass there, and as you can see, it turns solid black, which is even more boring. But maybe I want it magenta. Oh, look at this color. Oh, magenta beam! Look at it. Oh, that's good. You can also do this with glass panes. So I can barely even target the block in the middle. And you see, it's still. But the coolest, and you can also say, now what we could do, if we really did, if say sometime in the future maybe, we could have a beacon at the bottom of our world, which actually reminds me of something else, and we wanted it to have different color beams at different heights of our base. So say we had an underground base, maybe at the very bottom we want it to just be clear, then a little bit higher up we wanted it to be black, so we could put a black glass there. As you can see, it's like there, but later on, I just realized actually there would be a problem with this. We want it to be more magenta color, so you can actually mix these colors and you get a dark magenta. And if you really want to go crazy, even higher up, you could have it so it's got a bit of a red tint actually. So you could add a bit of red to it, and then you get this cool color, which is actually quite interesting. What I do is just remove the stained glass and go back to the original color. So yeah, you can mix and match colors, you can put them at different heights and it will affect, it will be clear or the other color up until that stained glass. If you clear glass above it, obviously just, I actually don't know whether it will revert to this color or not. But yeah, it won't change the color. So, also, the height. So how does it affect you with height? So it actually extends 256 blocks upwards. So it extends the range of the pyramid. So this is 30 and 256 to the world height limit. So it's go way higher up than when we can place blocks. Well, 30 blocks higher up than when we can place blocks. So I do actually wonder whether we'll be able to go up into the walrus and still get the effect. So currently, it is actually refreshing. Does that mean we can get an effect all the way up here? Yes! Wow, we can actually get the effect all the way up here. Which means that it's less of like a sphere around the beacon, you know, because you can think of it as more like a sphere or a rectangle or something, more like a sphere around the beacon where the effect goes to. But it's actually more like, well, it's more like a cylinder because it goes all the way around. We could be 30 blocks away, but also 256 blocks upwards, all the way up to where that beacon beam ends. And yeah, so you can almost think of it as every single block that the beam shoots through extends the effect every 30 blocks. What a great explanation. yeah. If we go over here, if we go refresh, log back in. Same as block. Refresh, there we go. Okay, so beacons. Let us continue with the beacons. Oh, and downwards, I'm pretty sure it extends the range downwards from the beacons. But it would be best to place your beacon at the very bottom of the world. Like, theoretically, that would be the best thing because it extends infinitely upwards, but only a limited number of blocks downwards. So, let's time to reclaim this beacon one last time. And we're going to put it on here, this maximum level. So it's got a 9 by 9 square, and a 7 by 7 square. Oh, sorry. And then a 5 by 5 square, and then a 3 by 3 square on top. And if you smack it down, you get this. Beaconator! Bring a beacon to full power. I'll be in range with beacon activities. Basically. So now we've got both of these here. Bring a beacon to full power. That's actually a goal advancement instead of just one. So here we now have all the primary powers and also the secondary power. So maxed out beacons are so much better than even like second level ones. Sorry, third level ones. Like even this compared to this is nowhere near as good. So what we can do now is we could actually pick jump boost and say we can do jump boost 2 actually, which means we all know what that means. I can really boing. I'm boing, she boing, 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 boing. Everybody, oh, it's so time. We better boing to the base then. See, Daisy, we're talking about. It's okay. We're just boing away from the water problems. I didn't make a hole. Hey, you ripped a hole in the ground. No, I didn't. Boing, 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 boing. Ow. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. Something else to know about jump boost is it actually reduces fall damage. Boing, 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 boing. Boing, 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 boing. Slightly. Boing. Boing. I want your boing now. So now I'll see whether the effects still resets. Yep, and goes all the way up to 16. Jump boost 2. Come on. Won't I sleep now? I'm getting tricked because it's so dark with the brightness setting and moody. Boing, bada, boing, boing, boing. Boing, bada, boing, boing, boing. Bring home the beacon. Beaconator. Okay, so. If I come over to near here, so we can boost our power to second level. But let's say we didn't want that. We wanted to be humble. We wanted resistance 1, or maybe we want to get really combat ready. So we want maybe strength 1, and we could also pick regeneration. So now eventually I jump boost 1 out, but we get strength and regeneration. As you can see, our health just regened. That's amazing. Actually, that blew my mind. That literally blew my mind. Okay, let's try and take damage. Sorry. Our health will regen, even though, you see, we would need to eat right now. We don't need to eat anymore. No need for eating. I'm going to try not to kill myself, but I also really want to have fun with this regen. Oh, that was a failure and a half. A failure and a half, is that what you just said? Is that what you just said? A failure? What the heck is a failure? I don't know, man. Whatever it is, you just did it. It's really harsh. Yeah, I'm gonna go a bit nuts now. We're gonna spin. We're gonna smash into the side of this building. Are you kidding me? How did I do that? That was skills, man. It was like my survival instinct kicked in and my third smash. No way. Fine. But your health regens naturally without needing anything. Theoretically, this time today. And also strength, obviously just boosts your attack damage. We haven't talked about that. But the best thing you can get actually is this golden pickaxe one. Haste. So if I give this, just take haste. So haste means you can mine faster. You also attack a little bit faster, but the mining faster is the best thing. So now I'm just going to run away and get some stone. So stone. You know, mining is a bit of a drag sometimes. I don't know. Oh, I actually got regen and haste. That's interesting, I think. Yeah. Again, so this stone, and the main thing we mine through, certainly in the overworld, is stone. So we now have this little thing of stone petrol mines. You see we mine it very fast, but it's not good enough. If we're using a max level beacon, which we are, of course we are, always the max level. What we can do actually is this. Haste 2, so get the regeneration. Nice. It's not quite good enough. We get haste 2 puppies, we get haste number 2. 2 haste, double it up, we can do this puppies. As you can see, we can now Insta mine stone, puppies. Insta mining stone. This is absolutely changes everything. Whoops, smash my beacon down. That was idiot. Now I think it will automatically restore it to the arrow. I was trying to hold it down both at the same time. That didn't work. But anyway, which means bam. It's pretty incredible what you can do now with haste 2. With haste 2 colors. Watch me break down the details. So stone is the main thing you can insta mine now. We can insta mine stone. We can insta mine. We can't actually insta mine cobblestone or any of the ores. Which is a shame, but I mean our mining is still sped up so much. We can just go crazy. We don't even have to think or count or do anything. We can just like spin the pickaxe around. Oh my gosh, puppies! Everything changes now. Everything. Wow. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. And so what I think I'm gonna do, maybe soon we need to go haste mining, where we just go mining out somewhere. We go out, fly away somewhere. I don't want to go mining in the basement. And we can just mine like crazy. We'll mine like absolute madness. We'll just get a bunch of coal, tons and tons of stone, and also cobblestone if we use fortune pickaxe. What's his name? Actually, sparkles. Yeah, sparkles. We use sparkles. We can get cobblestone, and we can also get like so much. And he said iron. Coal, diamonds, gold, redstone, all sorts of things. It's just going to be incredible. Absolutely incredible what we can do now. And also, it's not just about mining. Like, if we want to dig out an area to build like a slime farm or something like that, or any farm underground, then yeah, we can do that. So I want to build a cave spider farm, maybe a slime farm, things like that, and we can totally do that easily now, thanks to beacons. Beacons and haste 2 puppies. So I think the beaconator is gonna see us soon, with the soon and the future. Puppies, the future is now. Bringing home the beacon. Bringing home the beacon. See you soon.